quiet when I said this.
Yes, Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily Nelson, and today I'm sitting down with the cast of Zombies 4. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing?
Good,
how are you
great.
doing?
It's been a long day,
Good.
Emily. Been a long day.
Good. Well, I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
Thanks for being here.
So to start, I would love for each of you to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you play. Let's start over here.
Hey, I'm Milo Manheim. I play Zed the zombie. Very charming, charismatic green machine.
Hi, I'm Freya Skye. I play Nova. She is a daywalker. She's very strong-minded, very tough, very brave. She's the best.
Oh, wow.
No, not out.
Wow.
She is
No, she is really the best. Hi, I'm Julian Lerner. I play Ray.
Yeah.
Ray's also a daywalker. He's kind of like Nova's sidekick. He strives to stay on her good side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, he really wants to be the leader, but it's never gonna happen. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Tough, man.
Dream big, my guy.
Hi, I'm Mekonnen Knife. I play Vargas, and Vargas is he's a funny, fun-loving kid that loves to be successful, I guess you could say. Yeah, off to you, Sway.
Oh, thanks. Hi, I'm Bhatia. I play Vera. She's also a vampire. I like to think she's the sassy, rule-following girl that keeps these two boys in check. Like the bigger sister, even though I happen to be younger. Guess I'm a little bit more mature than these two.
Anyways,
We rest our case.
I'm Malachi Barton, and I play Victor in Zombies 4: Dawn of the Vampires. Victor is a vampire as well. He is swaggy, that's the word I keep using, and I'm gonna say charming as well.
Okay, cool, because I felt kind of weird about
I
calling myself that,
thought
so
you were
thank for
weird
doing
saying that, but then I was
I
like,
thought
no,
it was
I'm
going to be a
weird with you.
bloop, not going to lie.
But it's okay. Charming, swaggy vampire. He thrives in the darkness, and he's eager for something new, for new experiences.
Love it.
I love it. I love it.
That's great.
Love it.
Hi, I'm Meg Donnelly, and I play Audition. And finally, after a couple movies, she's found where she's belonged. Thank God.
Yes.
Found
After
her
wearing a
place.
wig her
Found
whole
her
life.
No more wigs.
You found her
No
place.
more wigs.
Would you bet wigs? Sorry.
When will you wear wigs?
All right, see, this is what the whole day has been like, but we're here for you. We're locking in.
You guys know I love this. I love it. Well, to start, I'd love to talk to Meg and Milo because you guys are executive producers. Congratulations.
Producer credit.
What has that been like, being an actor and an executive producer?
It has been, I think it's so meaningful because we were here since the beginning, you know, and we have these five who are just make it really easy because they also love zombies, you know, they've been watching the movies before, but I think it's really just the creative aspect of things. We were involved in some of these people's audition processes, so we got to, you know, see that. And, you know, even I learned a lot logistically about just with schooling and whatnot and other things going on. We can only get one of them for 5 hours a day. And it's kind of like a puzzle to be like, okay, well, we'll shoot this, we'll shoot that. But I think really it was just being the bridge between like the production office side of things and the creative part. I mean, we worked really closely with Draco and the choreography team as well. But it just feels like, I don't know, I'm somebody that always wants to go beyond my character, and it felt like, you know, we really could mold the rest of the Zombies universe this time around.
I feel like being a part of the movies, it's almost been 10 years, which is crazy since we first auditioned, which is insane. And so, yeah, to be a part of behind the scenes and have, you know, kind of say in what the script is like and our characters and costuming and casting, like, it was really, really fulfilling and just really full circle. So it was incredible. And then to be around all of these kids, it was just incredible. Well, you guys aren't kids, but to us, you're kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. sorry.
I thought we were taking on like a parent role, but we're getting grandparents a lot. which
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
like,
we are.
Granny J.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine, I'm not even upset about
Yeah, filming was wild. I feel like we lived vicariously through them because it's like how we were so excited and into it on the first movie, and it was just really surreal, really emotional.
That's
yeah.
cool. And you got to like coach them, like through everything you guys knew. That's really fun.
Like, we see so many aspects of ourselves in all these kids, but also I feel like y'all are all starting in a much better place than we were on Zombies 1.
Yeah.
They're all just so incredible. I mean, it was so easy. And we had like some of our families were there. It was really like a very bonding, unforgettable experience.
Yeah.
So thank you guys.
Yeah, we love you.
You guys, how is it like joining the Zombies family? What has it been like for you guys?
It was amazing.
It's incredible.
I mean, listen, I
was like, I thought someone was going to interrupt
It was
me.
amazing.
I know we've all grown up with these films, and so to watch these films and then now be in them is like a dream come true, right?
Hey.
But going back to Meg and Milo, they're really like mentors to us. Like truly, like I think I speak for all of us when we learn so much from them, and just being on set and being with them and having that like confidence when you're around them, because they radiate everywhere, and it's really just it was an amazing experience.
Thanks,
It
Julian.
was crazy.
Yeah, what was the audition process like? What did you have to do?
Oh
Were you
my goodness.
nervous?
Talk about an audition
Take
process.
that. Take that.
1000%. The audition process is so nerve-wracking, and like Milo kind of mentioned, Milo and Meg, they are both a part of our audition process too. So I remember, it starts with like the self-tapes and the Zoom calls, and then I actually flew over from London to LA for a chemistry read, and that's where I met Malachi for the first time.
Shout out.
And Meg and Milo,
Good boy.
and Meg and Milo were there watching. So like, if it wasn't nerve-wracking enough doing the audition scene and wanting the role so bad, we had Meg and Milo, who obviously like are the best and are so amazing in the previous movies, who we were fans of. That was like even more overwhelming and crazy. So yeah, it was a crazy process, but so much fun.
These two put me through it for 10 weeks?
You didn't want to do it, man.
You didn't do it.
What was the process?
The audition process was about 9 or 10 weeks for me, so it was a very long process. But it was also really cool. It was funny. It was really comforting to see them in the audition room, and like I remember when we were up on, we were still in the 21st floor at that time, yeah?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it was right on the second floor.
Oh,
We were just
second
there
floor.
today.
Oh, it was
We
second
just
floor.
revisited the place
Yes,
today where they
we
auditioned.
did all the
which was
things.
cool. Yeah.
But it was wild because we walk in and you're ready to read, and then it was like I kind of felt like I saw a friend in there on the other side of it, and it was like really, really cool to just be able to do that and perform. And after like knowing these guys for so long, to be able to, for all that crazy auditioning process to finally work out and to be able to make a project with them was.
Yeah, during their chemistry read, I cried because, well, I cry all the time, so it's not shocking. But, however, there was a lot of crying on set because it was just so emotional, like seeing, it's just so nostalgic and crazy. But their chemistry was just so great, and their scene reminded me so much of when we did our chemistry read when we were younger. So it was just really crazy.
That is so cute.
Yeah, it was just really crazy, so yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then, do you guys remember where you were when you found out you got cast? Do you have a
Tennis court.
time?
I was in the airport. Yeah.
Wow, where were you going? Or-
Melbourne, a city in Australia.
Wow.
Melvin.
Melvin.
Yeah.
I was
That's where the
school.
kangaroos are.
You were at school?
At school, I'm like trying not to speak because I'm trying not to cry. But yeah, I was at school when I found out. I was in my accounting class. My agent called me and I had to like run out. And just started bawling my eyes out in the hallway, and every teacher walking by asked me if I was okay, if they needed to call my parents. I was on the phone with my mom too, so it was like a very special feeling for me to be joining this franchise. I've genuinely been a super fan forever, and I've been a fan of these two human beings for as long as I can remember. I actually grew up with Meg in the city, so to like have that full circle moment of like somebody that I grew up with and looked up to always, just seeing her on screen shine, and now being able to work with her has just been an insane journey, and this cast is just full of insane amount of talent, so I'm just so grateful.
I was in my room.
I was in my room.
I was in my room. My mom
WB.
came in and was like, "Hey yo, Margot's on the phone." My manager was like, "Hey, on the phone." I took the phone and she was like, "Hey, so we hate to say this."
Oh, they always do that.
They always do that.
Like,
But they went too deep. They were like, if I remember correctly, they were like, so you remember that the Zombies project? Obviously, they did decide to go another way.
What?
What? It was either that or they just went straight into it. I'm pretty sure they went. It didn't. They were like, no. They were like, hey, it didn't work out. For some reason, you're flying to New Zealand on a different day than you actually were supposed to be. And I was like, okay, what? Why am I going to New Zealand? They were like, Malachi, you booked it. And then I was like, oh, great. No,
Say
I was like, dang it. No, I'm kidding. I was so sweet.
I have a picture of when I got it.
And you're just like,
Yeah, exactly. No, I was playing tennis with my dad, and I was playing, and I just started taking laps around the entire court, just constantly. And I was just like not even believing it. And then I was there I put my hood up, and I was just like right there. My dad had his head against mine, and he was talking to me. There's a photo of it. Yeah.
That's amazing. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, you guys, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's switch gears a little bit and talk about the music because
Oh yeah.
can I say I've had Place to Be on repeat. Like it's so
Yes.
good.
It's such an earworm.
It's such a great
And
song,
so
right?
I need to know, what is your favorite song coming out in Zombie Street?
Don't mess with us.
Yeah, I gotta, Loki, don't mess with us and show the world. Bangers. Hey.
You're right.
Yeah,
The
say.
world is, but also these two have a duet called Dream Come True.
Yes.
I'm excited. No, I'm excited.
Like it's
It's really good.
Unfathomable.
I was gonna say, I feel like I love all of the upbeat. Like I think Show the World has a really special place because we all got to do it together. But I think Dream Come True also has a super special place as well. We had such a good time filming it, and we got to do so many fun things as well in so many different locations. So that's a really fun one too.
I'm gonna agree with the Dream Come True take. It was very, very fun to shoot. Well, it was fun on the days that we weren't on the wiring, up on the wire spinning around.
on the
that
what?
wasn't very fun.
That doesn't exist. You guys were really doing
Oh my gosh!
What
No,
do you
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
we were
What wires are
They
we
have
talking
power.
about
We
here?
were
Yeah.
flying around.
They got
We had to
the
wait
power.
days for a
Wind.
tornado to come through.
Right.
Sun in the wind.
So well.
Oh yeah.
Check the weather.
No, Dream Come True is great, but honestly, all the dance numbers are just unreal. Like it's wild. The music pairs up so well with the dances and the dance numbers. It's really wild. I can't wait for everybody to see it.
So for my last question, I have a bit more of a sentimental one, and I want to know if you could go back in time and talk to your younger self before zombies, whatever age that is, what would you say to them and what advice would you give them?
Ooh, that's tough.
Do not. No, I'm just kidding.
I'd say trust the process. I think my biggest one is trust the process. Even if you don't know how it's gonna work out, just trust it's all gonna work out.
I like that. I think piggybacking off MK, I would say trust yourself. I mean, I think I had a great time in high school. I had a great time doing all this stuff with Disney as well. But I think sometimes you get a little bit clouded when it comes to what you think other people want from you. And I think it goes for your career, for life, just for overall happiness. Do what you like to do. I mean, it's pretty silly, but it's real. You know, you only got one you, and you're living your life. So do what you enjoy.
I'm gonna say be patient. I just think that patience is such a virtue. It's like it's something that people can take for granted and not realize how important it is to be patient. Because I know that specifically in the audition process, I was just so anxious to hear news and hear the answer and hear what was gonna happen. But just if I were to have been able to tell myself just to sit back, relax, and be patient, what is meant to happen will happen, I think that would have been very helpful. So.
I would go with
No, you're so good.
She's patient. She's practicing.
Yeah. I would go with, just don't give up.
Yeah.
Just keep going, and always try your hardest. Always try your best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is something that I saw in Milo, but I remember seeing Milo on set, and he would always have a smile on his face. Always just be his best. You know what I mean? And so taking that from him and telling that to my younger self would be an important thing for me.
I love that.
I would probably say to enjoy it and live in the moment. I think there's so many things, especially while shooting, there's so many things you're like, I need to learn my lines, this, that, and the other, or freaking out, or I didn't do this very well. And I think sometimes I have to remind myself, I'm like, okay, this is so cool, and remember and kind of try and forget about all of the things that can kind of cloud your judgment and you can get in your head about things. So I think just being I'm with amazing people, having the best time doing everything I've kind of dreamed of doing. So I think just enjoying that and trying not to get in my head too much.
Totally.
Okay, I would just say to learn. I think it's so important to educate yourself no matter what you're educating yourself in. I think any set experience that I've had, I try to learn everything that I can from, camera to grip to crafty. So I think it's so important to just take as much in as you can, and whether that's emotional, whether that's educational, whether that's just from other people, I think just to take it all in and just really keep that in, because you never know when that information that you have is going to be handy.
I'm going to piggyback off of that real quick and say that learn from your mistakes. Because, there are going to be more mistakes than wins, you know what I mean? So, which is kind of hard to hear, but it is kind of true, right? You fail, you have to keep trying again. You keep going, and then you get to that place, and then you know, it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, right?
Totally.
Yeah, that's, you know.
Well, I would honestly, I feel like all of them resonate a lot. I think, especially just like learning to live in the moment, like Freya was saying, because I feel like, yeah, it's crazy that it's almost been 10 years, and like throughout this whole process, I feel like a lot of times I'm like looking towards the future, or worried if I'm, you know, good enough, all these things, and like it's crazy how time flies. So I think I would just like live in the moment more.
I love all of those answers.
Good hands.
Yeah. Watch Zombies 4.
Dawn of the Vampires.
On Disney Channel.
On July 10th.
And next day,
On.
Disney.
Plus.
That was fire.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. Good job, you guys. Good job.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Watch Zombies 4.
Watch Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires.
Here we
on
go.
Disney
What if we
Channel.
do a little like watch Zombies
Love it,
4
love it.
on
Ooh.
Disney Channel?
Watch Zombies 4.
4. Oh, I thought I was doing 4.
Watch Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires on
my
Disney
God, no.
Plus altogether.
No, I'll say
Wait, hold up.
watch Zombies 4,
On
Dawn of the Vampires.
Dawn of the Vampires.
On.
Disney
Disney
Channel.
Channel.
Oh, on Disney Channel.
July
July
10th.
July 10th.
And
and July 11th.
And the next day
And
the next day.
on Disney Plus. And then we'll say.
no, on.
Forthcoming.
Wait.
I'll say plus. I'll say
Milo,
plus. I'll say
on.
plus.
We can break it up a
Disney
little
Plus.
bit more.
Okay.
Perfect.
On
Perfect.
Disney Plus. On
Perfect.
Disney Plus. Let's rock.
On Disney Plus.
right.
Okay.
Let's
All right.
rock.
All right, here we go.
I was like,
Ready?
Okay.
Watch Zombies 4.
Dawn of the Vampires.
On Disney. Yep.
she's taking someone else's.
We got
All right, here we go.